Hello and welcome to the first month's edition of Two Girls and a Kit. Two Girls and a Kit came about when Carrie and I started just toying with the idea of creating our own kit using our stash and then coming up with a mood board and a sketch and some journaling cards that would go along with each month's mood board. And then we decided to share with you. So to start off with, I just want to say if you look at the description down below the video and you go to both of our blogs, you will see a lot of information about the kit, the club. It's free to join, and I really think that we're going to have a whole lot of fun doing this. So let's get right into it. The first thing that I want to show you are the printables that come whenever you check out our blogs, and you can go and you can get these for free. This is the mood board that Carrie designed, and she did an amazing job with it. You can see there's a lot of different images going with the colors that we chose, and each month the mood board will change. So this is just an example of what this month's mood board will look like. Next month will be a whole other variety of colors and images and things to inspire you. We really liked the idea of the coral pinks and the blues and the greens mixed with navies and then the neutrals, of course. So there's that. The next thing that you can download is the recipe card. And the whole idea behind the recipe card is to give you a few specific amount of supplies to use. I'm sorry for that noise, that was my printer. And to give you this to just kind of allow your brain to start working. Instead of looking around your craft room and going, I have no place to start, this is a recipe that you can use that Carrie and I both use to pull our kits together. And you'll see there's a bunch of different, there's 20 pattern papers and all of the different things on the recipe. And I'll go through this whenever I show you the kit that I pulled. So we designed this so that there are 2 recipes on each card, or on each paper, I'm sorry, and you could cut these in half and keep both of them in case you lose one or share one with a friend. The last thing is the sketch. Each month I will design a sketch that can kind of get your brain just thinking, and you'll see that this is very traditional of the way that I scrapbook. It's very layered, there's some ink, there are different embellishments, but the thing that I want you to remember is it's just a guideline. So even though I may have a heart and 2 little dots up here, whenever I actually create my page using the sketch, it may look nothing like the embellishments that I have picked. The groupings may not be the same. It's just an idea. So when you look at the sketch, just kind of go with that. Now each month there will be 4 projects that will be posted, 3 to 4, and there will be videos that both Carrie and I will post, just kind of process videos to get us going. And the sketch that I showed will be the first of those projects on my channel. The last printable, which is one that's really awesome, Carrie designed some cards. They could be project life cards. I'm actually going to be using these for Mother's Day cards. So this one is awesome. It says you are loved. It's 4x6, and then she did a portrait version. And then we have 2 different versions of the 3x4. Now I printed mine on some basil textured cardstock because I wanted that kind of roughed up look on the edges. Just a tip, if you maybe have a dull blade and it's causing that, you can always take like a nail file and just kind of rough those down. I wanted that look, so I don't want you to think that like the quality was bad. I went for that purposefully, but they're gorgeous. The colors are great. Still those pinkish, orangish, yellow, goldish tones. It's a lot of ish right there. But anyway, so I'm really excited about this. I want to quickly have just a little bit of time while my girls are asleep and go through the kit. And I'm going to pull out my recipe card so that I can talk about each thing and then show you my interpretation. So I'm going to start at the bottom of the kit, the optional. And I'm starting at the bottom because that's the way that my things, I have mine in my little, what's this called? Iris container, the plastic ones. So on each recipe, each month we're going to give you different techniques that we want you to try to use this month. But there's always going to be optional things because it's your layouts, it's your kits. So under optionals we have things like spray mist, paint, punches, sewing, embossing, die cutting, etc. And for my optional items, I picked a mist. I have Color Shine Black Velvet. And I also picked this punch from EK Success, and it's the large scalloped border punch. I think that's the name of it. Then the next thing on the recipe are our techniques for the month, which is embroidery and watercolor. So I have my embroidery floss is, or thread, whichever you'd like to call it, is actually in a separate container, and I don't have it with me, but it's white, and I picked a neutral color. But for the watercolor, I just pulled my watercolor set, and then I have my brushes and stuff off to the side. So that's my techniques. For mixed media, that's again watercoloring and then the embroidery thread and or baker's twine, and I have my baker's twine in there too. Stamps. We said 1 full stamp or 2 individual or mini sets. Now remember, this can be interpreted any way that you like. So the way that I interpreted this, I did 1 full background stamp. This is the wood grain stamp from Stampin' Up, and I don't even know that they have this anymore, but this is the one that I went with because in our mood board we had a few wood grain images there, and that just inspired me to pull out this stamp set. And then I have this Dear Lizzie acrylic stamp set that I have not opened yet, and it's from, I don't even know which collection this came out with. It was last year, I think, but I really liked this. And then I have the 4 reel stamp that you can find in my shop. And I'm going to be doing a lot of pictures of my girls, and I've got some silly ones that I wanted to use this on. So those are my stamps. For embellishments, now this was, Carrie and I differ slightly in how we scrap. She does a lot of layering with different embellishments, and I do a lot of layering, but I usually stick with a select few types of embellishments. So we went kind of big. We have lots of different types of embellishments that you can have. We have 10 packs of dimensional embellishments of any variety. So that could be, let's see, what do I have here? This could be mistables. I have these chipboard buttons. I have these puffy words from Glitz 77 and Carpe Diem line. And Glitz Design was so gracious to donate some of the, a lot actually, of the elements from both of these lines for the purpose of this kit. So I want to give a big shout out to Glitz and just thank you, because I can't wait to use these. They're very, very gracious that they did that for us. So there's that. I also have, lots of embellishments. I'll just kind of quickly go through them. I have these resin flowers. I've got some whatnots from both of the Glitz Design Carpe Diem and 77 lines. These are some older, because remember, it's pulling from our stash. So most of the stuff that I've pulled out has been used at some point. This is the Dear Lizzie accent and phrase stickers from last year, or maybe even, I think these are last year. I can't remember, but I've got these. And then I have some, but okay, so let me go back to this. It says 10 packs of dimensional any variety, 5 packs of flat embellishments. So these are rub-ons, die cut stickers, etc. 5 packs of rhinestone type embellishments, rhinestones, enamel dots, brads, sequins, etc. So I have some giant rhinestones, these Lisa Gibbons Wishes and Dreams, these gemstones, of course some enamel dots, some giant rhinestones again for Glitz, both of those lines. And then for some of my flatter embellishments, I have this tag. I cut 3 tags actually that I plan on using. And then I went through some of my beloved sticker packs and cut out a couple things that I would use. And then this is just kind of a little bowl I randomly pulled, just a handful. I didn't want to make it too much, but I've got some wood veneer in there, a couple flares, some buttons, and a couple brads. And then that pinwheel. So this is just my kind of, I don't know, miscellaneous bowl, and I just stuck that in my box. The kit also called for 4 washies. I picked 3 washies and then a glitter tape. So I have no idea where this one came from, but it's just a gray and white stripe. And then these are from Glitz. I love the green, the mint, and the pinks with the black. And then I picked pink glitter tape. All this over. Alright, alphabets. Oh, and I have just a clear piece of acetate that I decided to pull out just in case I wanted to do some stamping on it or something. But alphabets, we said 5 alphabets of any variety. I chose 4 different. I have 2 flat, jelly bean soup and basic gray, and then 2 different thickers. These are the Fox glitter foam stickers, and these are Cherished. And I haven't used these yet, but you can see they're like a felty with a white dot, polka dot. And then one of the pages that I'll have in here, one of my specialty pages, actually has alphas on it, so I counted that as my 5th. Now, last thing, when you get to papers, we have 20 pattern papers, 5 cardstocks, and 5 specialty papers. Now, specialty papers could be vellum, transparencies, glitter paper, anything like that. Anything that's not considered pattern paper or cardstock would be specialty paper. So I went ahead and picked both of the 6x6 pads because I have some pictures that are more summery from last year, and these are definitely some summery patterns. I'm loving this. Loving it. Can't get enough of it. And then this is a Carpe Diem. And both of these lines are absolutely gorgeous. I cannot get enough of them. This one, you're going to see some projects for Miss Eleanor's first birthday because these are the colors that I went with. That minty kind of turquoisey green and then pinks. Alright, so then my specialty papers that I chose were... I have this, it's from Studio Calico. It's just a grid vellum. This is an old Hambley transparency. It was called just chevron. It's a pink chevron. Sticking with that wood grain theme because you guys know I love my wood grain. This is called the Wood Grain Remix, and it was from Hambley too, I believe. These are just pieces because I'm using my stash. This is a feather vellum because there is a feather element in our mood board. Here's the mood board again. So we've got some feather elements in there, and I wanted to bring that in. And then I've got a gold glitter paper. Miss Eleanor's over here on the floor playing next to me, so she's talking to you too. She's playing with some paper, getting her scrap on. Alright, and then for my cardstocks, I went a little different. I picked 4 full sheets of cardstock to tie into the colors. I have a white, a craft, a blue, a navy blue, and then this is an 8.5 by 11, but it's the only kind of cardstock that I had that went with the kit. And it's not a full 12 by 12, but I didn't want to go buy it because, again, for the 3rd time, the purpose is to use your stash. You don't have to go spend tons of money to make this work. Our goal is that you won't spend tons of money. You will go to wherever your crafty supplies are, and you will just take a second and look around. Carrie and I Skyped while we were pulling our kit together, and I think we Skyped for about an hour, and we had everything pulled together. And a lot of that was discussion about certain things, planning the video series and all that stuff. So if we would have only been pulling the kit together, it probably would have taken a lot less time. So you can do this. I promise you, it's doable. I've been subscribed to the big scrapbooking kits where they come to my door every month, and while I liked that, I started noticing that at the end of the month I was just kind of pulling what I hadn't used apart, which was most of it, and putting it into my stash. And my stash was getting larger, but my projects, I wasn't doing any more projects than I was already doing. So hopefully this will inspire us all to get busy scrapping and to stop buying. Although I am still very much a scrapbook shopper, so I will never completely stop buying. And we shouldn't stop buying because then we're going to stop supporting the people who make the things that we love. Anyway, rant over. So this is the Tiles and Accents sticker sheet from the 77 line from Glitz, and I like the labels. You know me and my labels and my arrows, so I know that I'm going to be able to use a lot of elements from this. I also have the alphabets and words sticker sheet. So this counted as my 5th alphabet from the recipe. And there's these really great gold sticker or alpha stickers down there and all these great words. Then the pattern papers that I chose were kind of different. Like some are just plain pattern paper, some are cut aparts, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is from Memories Captured Fancy Pants, and it came in a kit I think that I got a while back, but there's these 6 kind of chalkboardish journaling cards or filler cards, whatever you want to call them, on this side, and then these are photo frames, and they have things in them. Like this one says Smile, Memories Captured, but you could totally put a picture on top or cut the picture out and the inside and put a picture underneath. And then this is the back. Then I have this from it's Divine This Line, I Low Scrap. I don't know that I've ever heard of that company, but I really liked this gray pattern, and I know I'm going to be using that a lot. This is from Stephanie Wheeler for Cocoa Daisy. I got this in an old Cocoa Daisy kit. And in our mood board, there's this scripty font, this scripty photo up here. And even though this isn't words, I like how it kind of resembled the scriptiness. Alright, from the Carpe Diem line, we have these cut-aparts. So there's the cut-aparts on the side, and then there are more cut-aparts on the other side. So that's kind of a nice change up for cut-aparts. And then from the same line, this is bits and pieces. This is brocade hearts. So I'm really enjoying this one. This line is amazing. It's probably one of my favorite that I've seen in a while. We were very fortunate that they were willing to send this to us. This one's the diamonds, and then I don't know if you can see this, but it kind of is a gradient. It starts with blue. I don't even know if that's the right word, but it's not ombre because it's different colors. So I don't know, but it's kind of bluish up here, and then there's a white line, and then it's pink. Focus. There we go. Okay. This one is polka dots from the same thing. Black on this side, and then this pretty polka dotty colors over here. This is from the 77 collection. This is Kaleidoscope. And this actually is the exact same photo as this one on our mood board. This is the flip side. I think that this would be a fun technique to try to recreate. I might have to do that with my watercolors on a page. This is some older stuff. This is from Lucky Charm. Here, Lizzie. And this is the little trinket. And then I have Persimmon by Basic Gray, Ginger Snap. I'm really liking this one a lot. I was glad that I pulled it out. This is Today. It's Studio Calico. And the front side has all the dates on it, but I'm more interested in this back side. And then this is Bo Bunny Key Lime. This is the Key Lime Making Waves. This is kind of a fun twist on the colors. Alright, so you can see that my colors, while they still fit in with the colors on the mood board, I did go my own way with it. I picked colors that are inspiring to me while still staying true to the mood board. The images that I picked for my dimensional adhesive, for my embellishments and my pattern papers are still very true to the mood board while still being things that I know that I will grab. And that is what a mood board is. It's not a set in stone type of thing that you aren't allowed to branch out from. It's your mood board, and there's images on here that we picked, but it's your kit. Alright guys, well I hope that this has inspired you to just kind of branch out. We're very excited about this project and this collaboration, and like I said at the beginning of the video, you can head over to either of our blogs and see more pictures of our kits and just a little bit more of a description of what you can find, and also the links to get the printables. So let us know what you think, and let us see what you're making with it. We would love to see pictures of the kits that you pull together. So yeah. Alright, well happy scrapping, happy May, and so glad it's warming up around here, and I will talk to you later. Bye guys.